Alrighty, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Please like the video. Algo would love it. I would love it. It would help us push this out to more people. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna actually start over here with this. So this came out, and yeah, you have the same reading except it's slightly higher. So that is, you have proof that you are seeing people shift over to the bull side as you are slamming up into major resistance here. I'm gonna cover this in my video. First, we're gonna go over this and this. But yeah, guys, this is now, again, this is a 1-year bullish high we got going on here. And like I can see in the comments across Twitter, YouTube, anywhere, all right, you really look, Weeble. It's just people roasting people. Anybody who has, like, is calling for downside, you're just getting roasted. Now, I'm going to show you guys. I'm not just going to tell you guys. I'm going to show you guys in this video what I'm going to be watching for downside. If you want to take a safe short, I'm going to show you exactly what to watch in this video. But first, I'm going to come over here, all right? First of all, you do still have this up here. We're going to look at this, all right? This is past year, all right? This is literally the whole entire past year. Here, August high, you didn't even get up there, right? Here, you tapped extreme greed for 1 day, you fell. Here, you tapped extreme greed for 1 day, you fell. Well, 2 days, and then you start 3 days, 3 days, all right? 3 days to, like, if you fast forward to today, now we've been up here for almost 10 days now. So this is definitely something different. I'm sure if you do go back to bull markets, you are going to see this thing is probably staying up here for quite some time. But I'm guessing this thing is aligned with those pullbacks. You're not going to have these, these massive moves like we've had. Regardless, guys, over the past 12 months, this is what it is. All right. I doubt it's going to be different this time. All right. I really do. And I also want to point this out right here. We do have put the call ratio. So this thing also is just at an extreme low right now. All right. So you can go on TradingView and you can over here and do that. And that will also show you, you can put this on a line chart and that will show you your put the call ratio over here. And we do have a low. And typically these are associated with tops. And then you have your pullbacks. And that's when, people load up on puts. If it is over 1, then you have more puts than calls out there. If it is under 1, you have more calls than puts out there. So that is what I'm seeing right now. But come back over here, you can clearly see this one, all right, at the August top. Nope, it didn't even get down to where it is right now, all right? Then you can look back. This is, I'm guessing this is right around the February top. Well, I know it is, but you can go confirm that. Over here, December, I'm guessing this was by the December top, and then you started, no, yes? Yeah, December top, and then you start rallying. Let's just look back, right? So December 5th, come over here, SPY. Take off the line chart. Let's come over to December 5th. You have something. Yeah, okay. So when we were dancing around up here, so when we had this going on in December, that was when you were putting in your top right here. Whole entire time. That's when you were doing it. So I just want to start the video off with that just to show you guys. Yeah, all right. I'm going to show you guys the technicals, but it aligns exactly with what we're seeing sentiment-wise, and typically this is where you see turns. Don't let me sound like a perm bear, because if you go back to the Weeble update last night, I was calling for this move, all right? This was pretty much the move over here on QQ I was seeing. I promise, guys, it is unbiased analysis every single day. That is my guarantee to you. Well, my actual guarantee that I'll give you is you're going to see continuous insights from the charts on a continuous basis here on the channel that you're probably not going to find in one consolidated place anywhere else in the interweb. I got you. So now let's get rid of that. Now that we know, hey, all right, sentiment is definitely in places where you end up seeing these turns. Maybe it takes a few weeks, all right? Maybe it's going to happen now, all right? But now we have the second week of the highest bullish reading we've had in a year over there. Pair that with what I just showed you with the fear and greed index, and boom, shakalaka. You're likely not going to be spending too much time up here. You can, all right? But I'm going to tell you this, guys, people could say this is a bull market, but in reality, we don't have what's going on behind the scenes to support a bull market. There's a guarantee on that. And also, FOMC, they did, they hinted at we're going to have 50 basis points of more hikes by the end of 2023. So I don't know how they get spread out. Maybe there's going to just be 150 basis point hike, or maybe there's 2. But if the market prices that in, you're going to see tech take a hit. You're probably going to see everything take a hit. You probably would be seeing IWM take the biggest hit. So that's what, like if you want to be watching to go short things, I understand IWM's been beaten down and people are like rotation. But yeah, if that starts getting priced in, you guys can go watch that. I think on Fred.com or FredSomething.com. It's like, you know, where the Fed posts all of their charts and stuff like that. So you can track their balance sheet and all the Fed stuff over there. So if you start seeing that get priced in, then that is when you're probably going to see IWM start getting, you know, the crap beaten out of it again. It's probably going to come back into this range. I don't know. I'm personally going to probably try my shot long down here when it, you know, if it comes down here, I will. If you do end up seeing a breakout to the upside, you see a daily close over here. Yeah, guys. All right. You just are continuing to make these higher highs. Your next targets would be up here, 190, 150-ish, and then 194.50-ish up there. That's what I'd be watching. If you do come down here, though, we come down to the 4-hour time frame. You do have a potential head and shoulders going on right now. I understand those are sloppy arrows. But yeah, that is what you got right there, right there. That would be the head. And if you come down here and break the neckline, which you haven't been able to do this whole time, yeah, you're probably going to start making your way down to these lower levels. So that's what I'd be watching for over here. Now, SPY, let me show you guys where I am planning on, like, hey, if this thing, like, you know, where could this thing stall out? All right, what am I watching for? All right, QQQ, first of all right, you have the 0.78 Fibonacci, like, it's not directly above, right? But you do have the March high, I believe this is. Yeah, so you have the March 2022 high, and I did extend the zone. You could see this is a reaction spot. So I do think price is very likely going to have a tough time breaking through that. There's a high likelihood we do stall out here. But even if you don't stall out here, you do have that 0.78 Fibonacci right above. So if you do push up there, there's also a potential pivot point. Come over to SPY, all right? SPY is just kind of hovering in the middle right now. You don't really have too much reactions. I guess you can actually put this on your chart if you really want to, all right? You have that going on. This is where you start dancing around over there. Actually, if we take this all the way over here, we could see, yeah, okay, we actually do get reactions there. Oh, if we even take it over here, guess what? We have another reaction right there. But regardless, all right, let's take that off. Without that, you don't really have anything going on up until this 443 level right here. All right, this is where you had a battle going on. So that is what I was telling the people to watch out for. All right, if you do break over 440, the psych level, then 443.50-ish is going to be where I will be watching next. But regardless, say you don't stall out there. Guys, you have this 448 target. I didn't think we'd actually, you know, start coming up here, but like that's why I have it here. Be open to it, just to remind myself and to remind you guys every day that, hey, we got to be open to it. If you do end up coming up here, I'm going to say right now, that is where I would, you know, I would be looking / expecting price to stall out. You do have this high right here, the April high. That is where you started getting your reaction right there. And again, you have the 0.78 Fibonacci. So if I had to take a guess, guys, which I'm going to take my guess, yeah, this thing's probably going to be stalling out pretty soon. But I'm going to remind you guys what I told the Discord this morning, which was, hey, guys, if you're holding short, just know you are against the trend until you start seeing structure break down. And over here, structure was holding up. We can actually come over here to the 4-hour time frame. Now, let me show you where you want to be safely shorting this thing, all right? If you want the absolute safest short, all right, you're going to wait right here. You're going to wait until you come down here. I was calling this out a while back. We never ended up coming back to retest it. 425.99 is the exact level if you want to put it on your chart. But yeah, right here, this is the exact spot you want to be watching for. And if you do start to break down from there, that was your last like major low, I guess we could call it, on the 4-hour time frame here. All right, you got your minor lows right here. So if you do start breaking down here, it is a hint that you're probably going to go test this August high. So let me draw a potential path for us right now. We have that. First things first, you want to start breaking down underneath this trend line. Then you probably are going to come straight here to 434-ish and test this, you know, demand zone right here where you bounced off on the hourly time frame. You can see it better. And then if you do start breaking down from here, yeah, guys, we're probably going to test this August high. And August high, I don't think that's going to be easy to break. I think we're probably going to get a bounce there. And then that bounce could put in a lower high, or we have another higher low. And that's what we also have to be open to. We are getting decently close to this up here. So yeah, all right, you clearly do have people, you know, jumping short. I'm still seeing on social media, you still have a battle between the bears and the bulls. It's not like everybody is on the bull side, but we do see, at least from what I see, you know, anybody who's a bear is just getting absolutely flamed. So, you know, when this starts happening, people are clearly getting conditioned to buy the dips, and you know that's probably what they're trying to do with this move. This isn't definitely an overextended move. I don't think anyone's going to argue with me on that one. Let me actually pull up the RSI, the daily RSI on QQQ. All right, so I marked it out, and let's see when this level was last hit. Oh, what do we have? Right here, before you had I think it was a 3% pullback, and then you ran up from there, and you went up just about another 2%, and boom, that was your all-time high. So, and you formed this bearish divergence. So if we do end up seeing something like that form, all right, I'm going to tell you right now, we probably have a lot of downside incoming. That is something that would very likely be the case. But yeah, even before that, all right, even when you had this roaring bull market, this is where you started stalling out and you formed your bearish divergence right here, right? Stalled out right there, formed your bearish divergence. And from there, all right, not from the bearish divergence high, all right, but from there, you still ended up falling $10 over the falling, over the falling 9 to 10 trading sessions. So, regardless, guys, if you're a bull, I meant what I said in, I think it was 2 days ago in my video. If you're a bull, you want to look for these retests to validate the move, specifically here on SPY, all right? QQ, my opinion is that, hey, this thing is very likely pretty tapped out over here, all right? You have tech across the board pretty tapped out, and I'll actually show you something that I will be watching for over here on Amazon. So this is something I called out this morning right here, which was this trend line. All right, guys, until this thing really does have a breakdown, all right, from this trend line, if you see a close underneath it, yeah, it's still just gonna be, you know, coming up. That's what you got to be watching for. All right, so like, you know, guys, if you are trading short, you're still against the trend. I would be nimble with, you know, taking your profits there. But yeah, you want to save short, guys. You really do want to start seeing structure break. Over here on QQQ, what you really have to see break is all the way down here at 348. Now, I understand FOMO, you know, this is like a decent ways away, $20 away. It's a lot of move, all right? So that's what I'm saying. If you are going to trade the short-dated contracts, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be betting on massive downside, all right? If you want to buy your dated contracts, I think, you know, that's not too shabby. I think they're very appealing up here. That's my personal opinion. But again, you are going against the trend. You just got to acknowledge that. And SPY still does have the chance of coming on up here. So yeah, last thing I will point out today is that I did put this Bitcoin target on the board. We did break down from this falling wedge, which does put a 23.7K target on the board. Now that is pretty close to right here, to this trend line that I was saying that we have to be watching for. And I was saying without a big catalyst, I don't think Bitcoin's really going to die off. All right, you see right here, right? And people can roast the RSI all you want, all right? I think it's, at least it's like the only thing, like my indicators, I'm just going to say right now, they haven't been working, all right? They have not been working. You clearly see the market just wants to be bid up. And I'm pretty sure it's like a massive bull trap. I am, all right? I think we're getting an August high over here on steroids. I think that's exactly what we're seeing. I think if you pull up the psychology chart of the market, I think this looks very similar to what that is. And guess what? You don't have the QE behind the scene to be influencing this move like that. You just don't. All right. If you did, yeah, it could keep going up. But I think we are going to see a reversal at some point. And whether that is we come over here to the weekly time frame, we're going to have to pay attention. Do you hold above 286-ish over here on QQ? And on SPY, do you hold above 380-ish? If you do, then you have a chance of, you know, you're going to keep pushing, all right? But if you don't, the macro trend has changed, and you're then going to be looking for, if you come down and break that, all right, then you're looking for somewhere for a lower high. I don't know where that's going to be. It probably would be in this decently traded zone here. You can see a lot of clutter. That's why I say it's a decently traded zone. And then we'd probably see something like that. But like people calling for a crash right now, you have to see price action come down here and break a low before you even have a, you know, a macro trend change here, which, you know, I'm just saying, like, if you're betting on a crash, that is what you have to be aware of. You shouldn't be doing it up here. You should just be betting on downside up here, right? Well, I'm not going to say anyone should be doing anything. Do whatever you want. But I really would not be, you know, if you're taking out longs here, I think you're 100% part of the people, part of the crowd who's just sitting there, you know, just going long. You've been conditioned to dip buy. And if that's the case, all right, there's that. Well, not even dip buy. If you're just going along without a dip, you're looking for a dip. All right. Say you come up here and you come back down here. Right. If you start bouncing off 360, all right, we're going to have to start watching this high again. All right. And if you come up and break it, when you watch right here, but Just going to tell you right now, this thing is extremely overextended. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that one. And I did just show you on the RSI here. If we do see that exact move, if we see this go down, you stall out here, you come back down here, you come up here, all right? This is where it looks identical to what happened right here. And that is where you could have taken your data puts and, you know, you could have wrote them down for the following year. So do what you got to do whatever you want. I am just the guy showing you the charts each and every day. And yeah, with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.